So, really want to know what type of content doesn't convert, because there's a lot of things that we want to stop doing. But let's start with what I really was, you guys can let me know what you think. We just didn't put topics up here. We didn't just say, oh, it's, sports and business. We tried to use sort of the descriptive of why the user wants that type of content. So we put things like how it affects me, exclusive, useful, keeps me safe. How would you describe these as sort of like descriptors of just why the content is important and why it wants to drive conversion. Ego. So I'll give you an example of a piece of content from each of them. So keep me safe. I don't know how it is at your shop, but in Dallas and some of the other papers, metropolitan papers, crime drives lots of conversions. Because everybody wants to know, is my area safe or not? Then there's the ego part. This is sort of, I described it to the international world as keeping up with the Joneses, but that didn't really work. But it's kind of like, what do you want to compare yourselves to? So this would be, the 10 richest CEOs in your city, or what are your neighbors doing that you also need to be doing so that you can keep up? Those types of things. Any other examples of ego? What about useful? Hey, it's got to be useful. So the biggest one for us was the voter guide. Help me vote. Help me figure out how to select an electric provider. Those types of things. What are the useful things?
Going out.
Where to eat.
Where to eat.
Where to go.
5 places you need to try. 5 new restaurants you need to try. Help me be useful, how to live types of things. So don't just review the 5-star restaurant. That's great. I'll never be able to afford to go there unless somebody wants to promote me. Tell me where the new, what's the hottest new burger places. Exclusive still matters. If you have something that no one else has, exclusive content, data, etc. How it affects me. So don't just give me a recap of the city council meeting, tell me the one thing that affects me or affects my kids. We talked about parenting and education. It's like, what's going to actually affect me when we do our coverage. And we brought up the smart aggregation. So aggregation, who thinks aggregation is a dirty word? Who thinks all aggregators are evil? So aggregation for us, we actually have a tag, thanks to Metro for News, for that tag. It's also in our Mather economics data that if we consider something an aggregation, we actually tag it. But we found that aggregation does well if it's smart aggregation. So it's not stealing story X from your competitor or somewhere else. It's taking that story and putting it in the prism of your readership. So if it's a story of, the 10 richest, fastest growing cities in the world, and your city's on it, your headline is, hey, our city is ranked 3rd in this new thing that says we're the fastest growing cities. That's a very simple case of that type of thing. But you're adding something valuable to your readership. Is that it?
Wonderful.